Why Wicked works. Over the past few weeks, Wicked has taken the world's social media and the box office by storm. While the anticipation for the film among the musical theater community has been gaining consistently since the film's announcement, in more recent months, following an extensive marketing campaign that spanned continents and is rumored to have cost anywhere from $150 to $350 million, and a weeks-long press run that spread a litany of viral moments between the film's lead actresses, Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo, I think it's safe to say that the fanfare for Wicked has reached a fever pitch. As I write this script on December 5th, 2024, Wicked has amassed over $360 million at the global box office since its release, making it the U.S.'s sixth highest-grossing film of the year and the highest-grossing Broadway musical adaptation of all time. And it's only been out for 3 weeks. That is astounding. The success of Wicked is unlike anything we have seen from the musical genre in years. 16, in fact, since Mamma Mia shattered box office records upon its release in 2008. However, when it comes to Broadway musical adaptations, in little more than a fortnight, Wicked has solidified itself as standing in a league of its own. But why? Well, at first glance, it seems quite evident. The Wicked musical is one of the most beloved Broadway productions of all time. One might suggest the strength of the source material, score, and the dedication of the fan base alone would be enough to all but ensure a successful adaptation. But a look at Wicked's contemporaries highlights how this recipe cannot be universally counted on to produce a film that reaches the same level of critical and commercial achievement. Not to say other adaptations have not found success in their own right. In fact, quite the opposite. In the Heights, another Jon M. Chu directorial, and Steven Spielberg's West Side Story are recent examples of excellent film adaptations that expanded on the existing property while preserving the magic that made the stage production so compelling. Despite this, we have seen others falter. Take the 2021 release of Dear Evan Hansen, for example. Despite being one of the most successful Broadway musicals of the last 2 decades, earning 6 Tony Awards and a Grammy for Best Musical Theater Album, as well as generating $225 million over its 6-year run, the film adaptation struggled both critically and commercially. Dear Evan Hansen arguably had all the makings to reach Wicked's level of success, but despite having the recipe, the execution failed to live up to the expectations, to say the very least. So why did Dear Evan Hansen fall short? Well, there are many reasons. First, the controversial decision to cast Ben Platt to reprise his lead role despite his age, the inability to authentically translate the musical's sensitive themes of mental health and suicide in a way that felt authentic and unexploitative, and the film's failure to fully develop its characters. These missteps show that the strength of the source material is only as valuable as the way you use it. Wicked, while not perfect, avoids these pitfalls. Under Jon M. Chu's direction, the film not only preserves the sanctity of what made the musical beloved by generations of Broadway-goers, but it also elevates the material. Every decision, from the selection of the cast to the choreography, costume and set design, tone, editing, and even the creative liberties, are so thoughtfully executed. Honing in on the visual components first, Wicked simply looks incredible. While the film's trailers were met with initial skepticism due to some of the color grading decisions, given that depictions of Oz have historically been associated with Technicolor, I personally believe the final product is still one of the most notable cinematic achievements of this year. Jon M. Chu drew inspiration from films like Steven Spielberg's Hook to create a realistic and immersive world of Oz, opting for large-scale practical effects which included planting 9 million color tulips to surround the Munchkinland set and paving a real yellow brick road with actual mud. When it comes to the story, Wicked avoids boiling down its characters into overly simplistic binaries. The film expands on the foundational elements of the main cast while adding in a new level of moral complexity that assists in humanizing both Elphaba and Glinda. There was never a moment in the movie that I was 100% for or against any one character. I think the final act really proves how much nuance both Cynthia and Ariana brought to the characters as the story developed. When Elphaba turns to Glinda and asks her to get on the broom, and Glinda instead walks away, grabs the black cloak, and returns to drape it over Elphaba's shoulders, I know for me, I could understand why both characters were making the decisions they were. I felt disappointed that Glinda was opting out of joining Elfie on this new journey, that she did not fully understand or empathize with the struggle of the animals of Oz in the way that Elphaba did. However, simultaneously, Ariana Grande's portrayal of Glinda had so expertly meshed the camp and over-the-top elements of the character with such humanity that her decisions in the end did not make me view Glinda as a villain. Light in this movie is not light, and darkness is not darkness. Good is not good, and evil is not evil. That is how Chu describes the story he was trying to create. And I think in large part, he succeeds. Wicked is not just an event for those familiar with the play. I would argue, and I'm sure many would agree, it is equally entertaining and emotionally impactful for those entering Oz for the very first time. I hope the success of Wicked sets a new standard for the level of care and quality expected in adaptations going forward. It serves as a case study in how the musical genre, when handled with proper investment of time, money, and creativity, can defy expectations, achieve broad commercial appeal, and leave a lasting cultural impact. Thank you guys for watching this video. I really enjoyed Wicked, and I really loved making this video. I hope you all went out and saw it, and I will see you in the next video.